Hey guys, welcome to Amisha Designs Refashion. For this one, I'm gonna give this Not My Cup of Tea Sneaks a comic book look. Start off by prepping your sneaks by removing the laces and cleaning any dirt it may have on it. This way, you have a clean surface to work on. To make life easier, create a grid to know where each color would go. Side note, don't do like me and use a dark marker, a catchment tail to cover it up. So use a pencil or chalk when you're marking your grid. Now that each sneaker has its grids, select the colors you want to use for this project and you can get started. For the coloring, you can either use fabric markers or fabric paints. I forgot to mention earlier to use masking tape to protect the soling of the shoes while you're coloring, just like what you see I did here. If your coloring isn't deep enough after you give it that first coating, just go back in with a second one. Just remember, whatever color pattern you use on one shoe, do for the next. And all you have to do now is just keep coloring, just keep coloring, just keep coloring, coloring, coloring. Now that all the colors are in place, it's time to create that comic book border by using white. Make them nice and thick, but not too thick. The thickness you see me doing is just fine. Do on both shoes. With the white borders complete, it's time to add that black outline to really give it that comic book look. The lines don't have to be perfect, but make sure it's as neat as possible. Whoop, whoop. It's coming together nicely. Now it's time for the speech bubbles. You want to take your white marker or paint and draw out your bubbles. You can do any shape you want, but I'm going to use the traditional oval and those spiky edge speech bubbles for mine. Now, once you have your speech bubbles in place, what you want to do is color it in and give it that nice opaque look. Do this for both your shoes, wherever you want to have those speech bubbles. Once you finish coloring your bubbles, take your black color and give all your bubbles a black outline. For this part, you can write whatever you wish. For me, I chose on one side to have a sexy hot mama, and on the other side, Trini to the bone. Now, put the final comic finishes by adding exclamation marks and other comic symbols like these. For this part, I'm going to seal and protect my artwork. Now, because my Sneaks is a very smooth surface, I have to do this part because I don't want it to eventually peel off or be easily scuffed off when it rubs or hits against something. So I'm going to use Mod Podge. Mod Podge is a great product to use if you want that kind of waterproof, hard sealant over any type of project you want to protect. Now, all I did was simply place some Mod Podge onto the painted areas, used my paintbrush, and evenly pasted the Mod Podge all over the artwork area. I left it to dry overnight, and that was it.